Coming gym, Carl. Come on.
I'm not going to the gym.
You are going to go to the gym.
Not going to the gym. Can't make me.
At one point, he was keen for it, slowly dropping away. We'll get you back on board.
Those are they're like the humidity in the air. All right, it's easier to transmit droplets of liquid, which could potentially be bad for your health. So, for that reason, I can't go to the gym.
That's fine, but eventually you'll be fine, and we'll sort it out.
We'll have different excuses for then.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, he's got time to think about a new one.
He's like, how do I get out of this one when it's all good, when it's all clear? We do have a draft on the screens, though. Carl, you want to take it away, mate?
I mean, nothing out of control. I'm not a huge fan of the clock first two. I think that's something that began and should have also died in NA, but it always like escapes. Teams realize that they're not Bulba and 2013 Liquid, so it doesn't play out so well for them. It's cool with the Veno, but you just got straight up countered by a lifestealer. There's no pressure you're going to be able to put onto him if this is truly your dual lane off. So, yeah, BSJ.
We've been seeing some 5-position Venos, 5-position Clockworks, maybe. So, maybe. I assume they're going to rotate one of these heroes away. I'm not saying I love it any more than I love the look on your face just now, but I think if you're going to open these types of heroes, they better not be telegraphed in the way they appear to be. Like, if you're just putting him as 3-4 against this lifestealer who clearly got picked to counter you, I would hope you have some backup plan to what you're planning on doing in response.
Also, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with how much of my legs are being shown on stream right now. This is a first for me. I don't wear shorts.
Most comfortable out of anyone here or anyone watching, if you get what I'm saying.
I don't. Please.
I'm saying everyone else is even more uncomfortable.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Someone's outwitting you, Carl. I'm enjoying this.
It's been a slow day for me. There's some guy doing construction above my apartment. He's been at it for like 2 to 3 months, and it's just different sounds. Starts at 8 a.m.
3 months. He's obviously not very good at this construction.
Today it was drilling, but it could have been jackhammering, and then there was like a weird hammer. It was like I would just be like a 5-second pause, thump. 5 seconds, thump.
Those are the worst. Like, if it's like continuous noise, at least I can kind of start to tune it out. But the second it's like...
To catch you by surprise.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to start posting how I wake up on Twitter every day. That's what I'll do, just to prove that it's because sometimes I think I'm going crazy. Yeah, I wake up to it. I'm just, okay, it doesn't matter. Let's go into the draft. No, we're in the bands. This part doesn't matter.
Yeah, we could have continued. I'm keeping track of it, man. I'll let you go on your tangents when you need to, you know?
Mm-hmm. Man, I feel out of practice. It's been so long since I've been on a set.
But how long has it been?
Months.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 1 month.
Pushka, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a long time, man. We used to have Dota events like 2-3 times a month.
Didn't you have a period where you were at an event for like 3 months in a row or something?
Yeah, that was like 2 years in a row. I was just homeless. This is the first time I've ever lived somewhere for more than some months.
Well, I'm saying like, yeah, you were living away from the U.S. for 2 years in a row, but you were actually at an event for like 3 months in a row, weren't you? Where like...
No, there was a period, 2018. We're in 2020, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's true. It's still the
Just
year.
Clarifying. It was 2019. That like winter, there was this period where me, Sheaves, Owen, and Fogged, we finished a DreamHack, an ESL, and like it ended on Sunday, but we had to work group stage of DreamHack on Monday.
Oof.
So... We wrap the show, we go to the after party, take a shuttle to the airport, get to Sweden at like 11 a.m., and we're working at 12. So that was rough. Don't recommend that. I actually fell asleep and missed a shift. Like on the couch.
Ever
like
professional. Ever professional.
Yeah. Dude, it was tough.
I can imagine.
Credit to Sir Action Slacks, by the way. I can't wait to see him because I swear I have no idea how he does it. This is one of those people, he just like generates energy.
Yeah.
Like the kids that only need like a Nutri-Grain bar and then they like just disappear onto the playground for 15 hours. It's like one of those, but in adult form.
Very large adult form. Yes. I don't know where all that energy comes from, honestly. Where do you think he's like a renewable source? Like he himself renews. I
call them fusions because like they're not, for a science lesson out there. God, I hope I don't sound dumb.
There we go.
That's not something you have to be
nuclear
concerned
fission.
about.
And then there's nuclear fusion.
Okay.
And you make more energy than you put in nuclear fusion.
So he's
fission, I think, does the same technically, but there's like different.
So
I don't really understand how it works.
Is a nuclear fusion human being.
I will say I'm a big proponent of nuclear energy.
Okay.
And I think that you should be too, because
Here we go, pushing your agendas
No,
on
let's
everyone
not.
as
Let's
well.
not.
Let's not do this.
I just got here. I don't want to get fired.
Anti-mage.
Don't worry, Carl. I think we need you at least for one series, right? As you said, hopefully it's a Swift 2-0.
Indeed. Oh, no, we can get a 3-game. I'd like to see a 3-game series. It's been 4
Please.
days, right?
Yeah, well, this is day 4. We're looking again at another set of 2-0s. I'm potentially just being given the easiest schedule ever. You get sent it to me at Push Guy. Just brought all the 2-0s happening.
Hey, Dota
Yeah, I was
2.
told they were best of 3s. Might as well just schedule best of 2s
Yeah.
for every series so far. It's pretty crazy. Is this a record? Are we on a record pace? I don't know. Has
No.
anyone ever recorded the record?
Pushka playoffs. We had no. That was I think 3-game series. No, I don't remember. But we had a string. It was a while ago. So let's talk about Animage. This is one of
That segue.
So I've been watching Arteezy stream along with most of the
Okay.
Dota 2 community, and this is part of his hero puddle. You know, there's like 4 heroes. It's like Arc Warden, Void, Terrorblade, Animage. And I think that especially after the release of the Arcana, which didn't change the hero, but certainly incentivized you to play it.
Yeah.
Plus the changes to just the game in general, I guess. It's a slower paced game. You can pick more hyper carries. And when you match up against effectively, like none of these heroes deal with AM in lane or throughout the game. You're one of the better one-to-one counters against Lifestealer as well. But my compadre here is the carry expert.
I have deemed a Sand King unpickable in pubs against when Anti-Mage is not banned. That lane
that
matchup
bad?
is atrocious. So I am worried. Like I think Lich is one of the best enablers for Anti-Mage in the early game. I'd say Anti-Mage's only issue is that he's got like 3 base armor and that the opponent can kind of just click you back. Sand King 50 base damage, not so hot. So that's why it's a great matchup for you. Lich really allows you to like level 2 with Lich Anti-Mage, one of the scariest level 2s in the entire laning stage. You put the Frost Shield on Anti-Mage, blinks in. You don't want to fight him because he's got that extra tankiness. He burns
And the
your
Arcana.
mana. And he's girl now. Yeah, sorry. She blinks on you. Excuse me about that one. But yeah,
There's just no way to counter the strategy.
the name of the Arcana's Way, just so he just make sure.
Thanks, Philip.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he has the most ridiculous puns that just shouldn't be done at all.
I'm like, there's no way you know the name. I don't expect that. But I just say that I believe I've seen Sand King, every time a Sand King's picked in a pub and the carry hasn't been picked yet, you see Anti-Mage, 100%. So I don't think I've seen Sand King win yet. But competitive is always a bit different. If the offlaner has a bit of a rough start, it's not just because of the lane though, right? Burrow Strike, half the time in the mid to late game, you Burrow Strike the Anti-Mage and
Yeah.
he reflects it and Burrow Strikes you, right? So
It's pretty miserable.
the Lifestealer matchup, whatever. The only concern I have for Cyberium is that their offlane duo that they picked right at the start and got countered is just being left as is.
But you know what? Thinking about it, when you look at the support duo, I'm not really afraid of this Lifestealer lane right now. Yeah, the Veno could be in trouble, but you're just going to click him. Lifestealer's base armor is really low. Veno harasses very hard. And the clock's actually pretty good at protecting the Veno and just forcing the Lifestealer off, even through rage. You just cogs and you giggle.
Phoenix, man, I've seen this hero nerf so many times, and I'm like, I looked at the cooldown nerfs, the mana nerfs on Fire Spirits. I'm like, this hero has to be bad now. It's in every EU pub. It's in about 80 to 90% of the pubs I'm in, and every time I lane against it, I'm like, I feel like this hero didn't get nerfed at all. It's just super annoying. So
The Spirits still do 20 DPS, right? Or
I think it got
15
nerfed to
now.
15.
Yeah. Because when it was 10, it was just you were a
Garbage.
noodle. But at 15 even, that's still... It's because there's
noticeable.
4 applications that have 4 ticks of damage. So really it's...
260 or 240, excuse me.
Yeah. Look at that.
Quick math.
NA math, my ass. And the DP to finish it off. I gotta say, I just feel like this game is so much easier for Cyberium to play. I think that inevitably you have AM Invoker who's going to play opposite corners. It's a very old school Liquid or Enigma style draft where you'd have just like Miracle Invoker over here, Matamba Menos AM over here, or vice versa. And I just think that this is kind of the bread and butter of the patch right now as well.
Lifestealer, even though he's good in lane versus Clockwork, in game, I think it's actually super annoying because even if you like Infest Bomb, the Clockwork's always a reliable initiation or a counter initiation to disrupt you. He just hooks you and then cogs his teammate to safety. So I think it's going to be really hard for them to ever catch this Anti-Mage as well as this Invoker. And if they don't burst them down instantly, I think like with this Veno combination there, they're going to win every single long fight as long as it like basically doesn't last 2 seconds. Like I'm talking this Lifestealer bomb has to kill them in like 2 seconds. Otherwise, I feel like the kiting is much easier for Cyberium. I don't think the Death Prophet solves the problems they have. It does set a fast pace of the game, but I am going to use my limited pub knowledge and say I don't think Anti-Mage can lose a game like this unless he really messes it up.
So very much on the side of Cyberium this time.
He said exactly what I said, but he said it like
he
a streamer.
sounds better.
Yeah, you got to keep that content going. You know, if you're doing stuff 12 hours a day, you don't want to just start watching YouTube videos all the time, though I have seen Brian do that as well.
I do that.
Yeah, you know what's insane to me is that people pay you to watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like, not just pay like through subscriptions, but literally like take my money.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Donate
Drake
to him.
song.
Watch this. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, they'll be like, I love this video. Please watch it for everyone else on stream. Yeah.
It's wild times, man.
Weird
These
world we
Zoomers.
live in.
Hey, all power to you.
So game time, boys. You're both going for Cyberium by the looks of it?
Yeah, unless they just get rolled in lanes. But
That's pretty much always the exception.
yeah.
It can happen. Let's get into this one then, because it's time for us to get into the game, and we do have a nice surprise. I mentioned it to him last time that when we bring Lyrical and Trent onto this, that green screen is being used effectively. That's what I want to see.
What green screen are you talking about? He's just in a faraway land.
See?
Banks, I've got to give you some commendation as well, dealing with these two on your panel. It was 8 picks in the draft, and they'd only talked about Clockwork Veno. So that was impressive. Good stuff, guys. Well done. Trent, man, how's it going?
Yeah, it turns out they actually picked and banned some heroes here. So very exciting stuff. Looking forward to this one. I like the Lich. That was the first thing that was like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's get some Lich action because as Mr. Banana of the Slammin' of the Jammin' pointed out, Anti-Mage, you guys probably played against a fair few Anti-Mages right now. Very popular hero. Sand King, not a fun hero versus Anti-Mage. Look, it's starting already. Your options are limited, and I think when it comes to making Anti-Mage happy, that's why I like Lich. Like, I mean, I guess we'll wait to see just how well this goes. Oh, 4 heroes. All right.
Oh my god, get away. Everybody just runs away from him there, yeah. And I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone. Luckily, they're going to be able to head on in there. Doesn't quite manage. Actually, the right click's coming down and almost going to get first blood. Oh, he wanted it bad, but they'll still get some good old right clicks there off onto Snorpy. So already off, like you said, to a rough start in that bottom lane.
And Snorpy 6 save though. Nice blocks. Really helping the team there. Didn't just like instantly bail on him. But yeah, you guys, you think 5s right now. I mean, we obviously have like one of the things we've brought up a lot is that it's actually one of the deepest 5 pools we've ever had in drafting. I feel like, at least over the past couple of years. Like there's not like this like super high tier 5. Maybe Undying, I guess, can be up there. But even after Undying, there's several viable heroes across several regions, and you don't feel like locked in to picking very specific ones. And one of the benefits of having a Lich over someone like an Ogre or maybe the Witch Doctor or the Crystal Maiden is that you guys look at this Frost Shield. Do you know how long the thing lasts at level 1? It lasts 6 seconds at level 1. It's got a 20% slow. That is extremely good on a Blink hero like Anti-Mage.
It's terrifying, and you can just sort of completely bully somebody out, and that's why we're seeing these waves get pulled back behind the tower, just trying to make this lane a little bit more easy for Owned Me. Now, I was kind of curious if we're going to be seeing more of the Caustic build out of Sand King, but we can see that like he's not even getting an opportunity to sort of come and contest the lane. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, unfortunately, even the Caustic, like against other heroes, sure, you can mess around with that and everything, but against Anti-Mage, it's just not really going to be much, benefit to you. Frankly, I'm just impressed. Snorpy, again, impressing in this game. Makes the save to make sure that Sand King doesn't get first blood, and then despite all the changes to the pulls and everything, and the creep aggro, he still gets a pull from behind the tower without getting contested by a Lich. And it's just find that perfect window.
That's really impressive. Like, I think he got a right click off as the wave was going by, and then when it got into that range or whatever, he was able to pick it up. So that stuff's really nice. Own Me is going to be going for the Caustic after the initial Burrow Strike, but we'll keep our eyes on that one. Mid lane, not a whole lot to write home about. It's going to be, Quas Wex Invoker versus the DP. It doesn't, normally you can run into some issues where like Invoker can struggle to get some CS, but it does look like you'll get denied there. Can use the Tornado if things get really dicey.
Yeah, I think their last pick here was pretty tough with the DP. I was thinking Mirana might come out just because it feels like a hero that we've been seeing a little bit when you run into this exact scenario of like, okay, I don't know how we're going to win this game unless we get a bunch of kills. And some of the other better kill heroes were banned out, but they've gone for the push objectives and try and take over the game that way first instead. As up top, quite a bit of trading, but the ward's going to hold him back down bottom, though. Finally, he gets what he wanted.
So I think both Kyle and Brian were saying, like, all right, this is going to be a disgusting anti-mage game if he gets off to a good start, if they're not getting rolled in the lanes. I mean, what realistically, what does that look like? Is it like losing towers, or is it just coming out with the CS advantage? Like, you talked about the DP needing to keep that high tempo. Where are you looking to see things? Is it just like make moves with exorcism?
Yeah, it's going to be so hard, man.
Okay. Right.
It has to be that kind of flawless game of like, okay, my first exorcism is ready, and I've either taken or whittled the first tower down to like 80 or like 20% of his HP's remaining, and maybe we can clean it up after or whatever. But it needs to be like every exorcism has to be so good and accomplish so much, because I don't see how Anti-Mage is going to get slowed down. Like, you can see that Onmi's just like, yes, I got the range creep over. Sick. Like, he can't use Sandstorm because he knows that they're gonna have detection, and even if they don't have detection, like, he can't run that risk with the Frost Shield anyway on the ground. It's bad news bears. But again, man, Snarpy is getting the pull.
He's doing everything he can. I mean, whatever you can make happen here, it's going to be solid. And Cyberium actually going to try and come over and contest with this one on the Lich, but it does look like they're going to be able to pull it over to the side. Sandstorm used. They don't have detection right now. So a little bit of some salvation going on for Evil Corporation here. As mid lane, though, Clockwork has this Invis rune. We'll see if he can get anything done here with Mastermind. Does have the full mana pool now. The bottle's being brought out, and with the Invis rune coming close to wearing off.
2 points of battery assault should be. Yeah, we're still watching it. We don't care about Sig. Oh, they caught it. They got it.
Here he is. So there's going to be a creep wave coming in. That might buy a little bit of extra space, and they just force the TP and then run away.
Yeah, had no cogs, so tough kill. But yeah, they got him again, and also Rubik was forced to TP out. Top rune, Flensmeister comes down to secure it. Sam tries to commit for the defense.
Yeah, 2 points up in the wards now, trying to keep him back a little bit.
Doing some math here.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. It still has rage available as well as stick charges. If he wanted to go, he could have. Sides against it. And they take down Lich down bottom. Yet again, blink away from the anti-mage. And they are still in a pretty decent position here with the AM being one of the top net worths. Has some pretty good denies there. Gets the pulls off himself. Yeah, he's doing it.
It looks like DP needed the bounty rune, so she rotated down, and that helped create the fight.
Top lane. Turn now. On to Sam. Again, trying to do the math, but will get chased down and eventually killed off. These play wards looking like they're fine. So all across the map right now, multiple kills coming out. God, are they going to try and make a play here? He's got Clockwork Rocket Flare in 6 seconds. This could be a big play for him. Moving in with the battery assault. Needs to pop the rage. Turns it now with the fairy fire. Oh no! Say it ain't so. They're going to lose the Sand King, and then in return able to find the kill with the Clockwork.
I have no idea what that was.
Oh no, in bottom lane, more action goes on. A double kill for Lil Pleb. They take down the Sand King. They take down the Rubik. Oh, Trent.
I mean, you can click his inventory. He had a fairy fire. He's a life stealer.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was very ambitious. I mean, maybe it was a case of like, I just want to reset everything, but still.
Reset anything with one kill for
I had to go back to the base, you know?
Yeah, right.
He didn't want to be like Mr. Pupper down here on the Lich. He's just walking home.
Poor guy. Well, it looks like the Lifestealer in that way is at least going to have a decent start to this game, but I'm getting really worried about literally every other hero on the Dire team. DP does have level 6 now and a Haste, so maybe they can make something happen with this. A smoke rotation coming mid.
Oh, this is what they need. Oh, yeah. Oh, telekinesis. Nice, there's something.
Got it. Lift. Tornado. Misses everything. And they have the dust, so he's going to die.
All right. Frost Shield. I guess he must have cast it on the Invoker.
And they're actually chasing him down there. Uber not going to be chased all the way down, though, and they are going to have to back out with the Death Prophet, letting the Ghosts do a bit of damage for now. But I guess first Exorcism getting the kill.
Yeah, I'd like to test Exorcism versus Frost Shield at various levels and see how impactful it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Lil Pleb going to get his Sentry Ward taken away by Own Me. And at least for now, things still looking pretty comfortable for Cyberium, who had made a ton happen off of that Anti-Mage in their 4th pick.
He's coming back on the ledge, and he's got the uncounterable gust of appearance. As the appropriate music plays while I say that. Thank you for the bounty set. Oh, he accidentally bought a smoke instead of more dust, unfortunately. All right, in we go.
All right. Well, they got him. And dust comes out, or just the Sentry Ward. And he does look like he's dead, popping the counter spell, but eventually they bring down the Sand King. 5-0-0 for Anti-Mage. There's not a whole lot else that needs to be said. Maybe they can make up for it again with this rotation to try and kill Mastermind. That time they hit the EMP Tornado combo. And they bring in the Veno as well, so Mastermind will not go down. Cold Snap, not able to get it. And instead, it's going to be the chase down here, trying to bring the Death Prophet back to the grave. The dive back behind the tower. Cogs are going to catch Mastermind, still on top of him as well. With the Cold Snap, the right clicks. Well, Spirit Siphon doing some work keeping him alive. Not quite enough, though. Sam is going to end up dying. Splendmeister also TP's in, but not able to make anything of it.
Clock, there is a dive here. Battery Salt not there for another second, and that might just save him. He's going to try the combat.
Oh, no. Can't quite get it. Wow. That one made more sense to go for. He was dead no matter what.
More than likely. All right. Well, still a very scary Anti-Mage, but when's our Exorcism back up? It's up now. Okay, let's go. Again, this is the game.
Just run around whenever they've got it up and see if they can make any type of an opening. I guess Sand King is also going for the blink, so it feels like Evil Corporation know they have to hit this timing like super hard or it's all going to fall apart.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Go for the Blink Dagger, try and get the pick-offs on, like, maybe you can blow up the Veno first. Tell you one thing, this Veil of Discord is something else, though. It's a nice item, you know. Pretty cheap these days. They have a lot of magic damage on their team. Gives you some good stats. What a build-up, too. I mean, Bassi, Crown. I mean, the recipe is 650, sure, but the rest of it's pretty good.
Totally.
Unfortunately for them, though, there is a full trade happening in the top lane. Does take 2 cores, at the very least. Can they get a punish on anyone here mid, maybe, while they try and pressure this tower, too?
Possibly. The wraparound is coming. Snorpy's level 6 now also, looking for a spell to steal.
And they have a ward vision on him, too. They're trying to find him.
All right, they find the Clockwork. And going to also be able to find the Lich. Does have Chain Frost available if he wants to throw it. Tornado. Mastermind able to catch both with the EMP there as well. And Meister moves into position, still hanging on to all of the rest of it. But they will kill off Sam and Evil Corporation able to fight back again, taking that tier 1 bottom and now pressuring the tier 1 mid. This is what they need to do.
Also saved himself from the Plague Wards by smoking himself because he ran back into a couple more while he was getting low.
Nice.
Unfortunately, only got the Frost Blast as he went for the instant steal off of the Lich. Didn't wait to see what he cast.
Would have been nice to get the Frost Shield there, potentially.
It's also only level 2, though, so it's kind of whatever.
Well, very interesting start to this game. Again, that impending sense of doom that's the Anti-Mage, but they're making things happen here. After a bit of a rough early start, Mastermind, Silence comes out with a big old Mana Void, pops the Rubik, and now the turnaround on to the Death Prophet. And just like that, oh man, Anti-Mage showing up to those fights and getting involved and still farming like this is terrifying.
Sometimes you're just hanging out next to your buddy and, you know, you get hit by a 400 damage nuke. It happens to the best of us.
God. Well, that is going to be a 12.5-minute Battle Fury completed. That's pretty freaking good, man.
That's disgusting. He has 2 Wraith Bands and Treads. That's like naked Battle Fury timing right now.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. That is just horrifying. And he's got stacks. Like,
Oh,
Mastermind
good.
is hitting some more here along the way.
He's giving him ancient stacks?
Oh, I
he
didn't get
tried
it.
to. Boo.
He's a mid player. Give him a break.
They only know how to do it when they're playing Kunkka. They got the easy mode.
Exactly.
Chucking some torrents up, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's disgusting. This lifestealer, like, Flens having a pretty good game. If he's like 13 minutes in, I got my Midas, and I'm on my way to my first hammer. Yeah, I'm having a great game. But
Although,
no, my friend.
Lil Pleb is going to see this camp, see that there's nothing there. If he walks back into the lane, there's some potential here. They got vision. Can they do anything to him? This is the biggest kill in the world if they can make it happen, but no. He just goes away, and they won't be able to find him. God, you need some stuns in your draft. Oh, a few more. And now the second round coming out for a battle. Cogs could be big here. They still have that Chain Frost available if they want to use it. Tornado, well, the hook shot misses.
Friend, why did you move?
Mm.
All right, well, Pubber will correctly point out that there are indeed wards up on that hill. But hey, they didn't get the kill. I know, guys. Killing an Anti-Mage would be the best. But at the very least, they should be able to get down this tower, get some extra gold, finish off some items, and try and just kill anyone else.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be tough. At least to keep this like momentum going from Evil Corporation. We've been talking a lot about how well the game's been going, but it has still been Evil Corporation making a lot of good moves around the map and taking down some of these buildings. It's just sort of a worry about what's going to happen eventually. Chain Frost goes out, doesn't really do a whole lot. The Epicenter's a bit better. Manages to kill off the Lich. Now Owned Me trying to back away is going to get hit by the Gale. Tornado off the mark. But we'll keep away the rest of the team. Lil Pleb shows up, wants to battle people. There is a low, well,
still have hookshot.
Mana Death Prophet, but he doesn't decide to go for the Mana Void. He held back.
Yeah, there wasn't really anyone else there. It was level 2 though, so it would have been kind of nice chunk of damage. But wasn't gonna be a finished kill, so it doesn't matter.
I guess DP already had to run back home, so if you don't get the kill, it's like you can save it for danger for later. It's a very good call.
I have a real issue with Mana Void doing magical damage. I feel like it should be tuned down to do pure damage.
Ooh,
You know?
I like that idea.
This guy shouldn't be doing magic damage. That doesn't seem right.
I completely agree. He also shouldn't be able to buy like Maelstrom or MKB.
Yeah, it should be locked out. Like this item is not effective. Thankfully, we have some good balancing ideas coming out.
Exactly.
This mid tower now eventually falls. Again, took some time. Catapult gets the last hit.
Got it ready, waiting for it. Finds the break, but there's the Supernova down. Can they kill it off in time? Clockwork is trying to do some work onto it. Misses another hook shot. A little bit unfortunate there, and they will be able to find the kill onto both the Clockwork and the Lich. Sam trying to back out of here before the rest of them show up. Again, all to the tune of just trying to buy space for this Anti-Mage, who's pretty much just AFK farming at this point.
Yeah, he's waiting for that Manta. It is coming relatively soon. For an Anti-Mage at least.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant structures.
But yeah, there's still a decent window of freedom here for the side of Evil Corp. Because they know that without the Anti-Mage, they definitely can't fight. And even with the Anti-Mage, he still has to be a bit cautious about the Death Prophet.
Oh, Masterminds. Chain Frost stolen. Hits over to him and manages to get the solo kill. Dude, Snorpy's the man.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That's great.
It was like almost 800 damage from that Chain Frost.
Yeah. That's pretty insane.
Oh, we found neutral items. I see that Lil Pleb has gotten the Clumsy Net. Perhaps they will be just as lucky on Evil Corp.
Could be one way to make it work for him. Sort of get a better way to lock down the old AM, who at this point does not care about anything in the world.
Why does Counterspell have a 3-second cooldown?
Because I don't know. I think that like the world as a whole has sinned, and we need to make atonement for it. And
That makes sense.
that's our way.
SK caught down bot. Oh, he's
Chase.
just waiting. Oh, he doesn't even have mana left.
And lining it up for Mr. Little Pleb to come in and clean it up.
Oh, he didn't get
Masterminds.
the last hit.
They're the last to hear.
Mastermind, please.
Poor guy. Yeah, I don't know. That 3-second cooldown is insane, and then 1.2 second duration.
They got the net. We have
All right.
additional control for 1.75 seconds.
Dire structures
But guys,
are falling.
every second quite literally counts. They're going to put on the Sand Kings. That's going to it kind of increases their range of initiation essentially because Sand King's range stays static, but now he can do his full blink distance burrow strike thing, and that's an extra 1.75 seconds for that first follow-up stun to occur. Unfortunately, there is but one follow-up stun in the telekinesis, but maybe they'll grab a steal. Wait, what is the best steal that can even help him?
Like hook shot. I guess Sinister Gaze.
Even that's not very good because it's only level 1.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they really don't have much.
Aha! But they have counterspell.
That's right. Maybe they
Wait.
can get him to mana void himself.
If you counterspell a spell, does it receive all the buffs of Arcane Supremacy? I don't see why it wouldn't.
That seems right. It's as if you cast the spell.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's real neat. Okay. Well, we'll see if that ends up playing any effect. I'm still just sort of feeling like we're a bicycle going down a hill towards a moat at the end of it. And
I feel like a doomsayer is what I feel like. I feel like one of those guys who's on the side of the road being, the end is near, and everything seems fine. Like,
Yeah.
the stores are all open, you're going to the movies with your friends, and he comes out with his smelly breath and no deodorant, and he screams at it, and he's like, it's coming! It's 2020, you're all gonna die!
Yeah.
And you're just chilling here in Evil Corp, like, it's fine. I'm walking down mid lane, I'm in the river, I'm having a bath, and eventually he's right when AM shows up.
It's true. Whenever he comes around, it is just all falling apart at that point. And, well, talk about all falling apart. Poor old Snarpy, he's getting gobbled up. Tries to counterspell to no avail. Oh, man, he is a DD now. Into Roche? Possibly?
Don't take that away from them. It's the one hope they have.
No. Yeah, and I don't think they can really fight into a DDAM at this point either. They got a Veil on Chowley, maybe. Maybe a little some.
Veil on Veil action. Nice, nice.
God, he's alacritied too. What a disgusting monster. Yeah, this is a problem. Mantodon, Basher in the works, and Aegis going to be in hands as Cyberium just complete control over this game number 1. Only a 2,000 gold lead. But
And yet it feels so much larger. Well, Mastermind, he's sneaking in. They have a dire sentry on the high ground, though.
Bloodmeister trying to get towards that halberd as they hit now. Get the
Pleb's in.
silence off. Oh, good force staff. Supernova on the other side. Lil Pleb. He's rooted for the moment, but the counterspell came out, and now the tornado onto both of them, trying to bring them down. Lil Pleb chasing, seeing who he can find. Infest inside of the Sand King, but now they're all getting caught. The chase down comes. Wicked 6 streak for the man, and Flenmeister going to be pulled back in closer. Does have the ability to pop stick, pop rage, try and get out of there. Snorpy is also going to drop, does not manage to get the kill on the clock. 3 for nothing.
Slowly, the Doomsayer gained more followers. They began to believe in his message. They saw the power of the Lil Pleb.
Dude, it's terrifying. It's, this is that moment where you realize, oh no, I really can't do a dang thing.
This is usually where my team will smoke his 5 and be like, all right, guys, come on. We can do this. And then you kind of forget he had Aegis. At least that's what would happen to my team, and then he would just kill you all after anyway. So, in the wise words of Evil Corp, they're just going to have to play this a little bit more cautiously.
Oh.
And still trying to wait out the Aegis.
And Flinmeister's still fairly farmed. It feels like, this lineup, maybe you play the Sand King and the Lifestealer together to try and find pickoffs onto other people or something. Like, there are other killable heroes here.
But I don't know. It's just, he's so mobile. Just gets in
Yeah.
your face.
It's
Trying to
true.
kill my Invoker? Ha! It's not even that much like AoE punish. Assuming the Sand King gets burnt, or like Burrow Strike gets burnt early in the fights, but
Radiant are scanning.
Right.
we shall
Well, this
see.
is it's their only play. It feels like, and they're going for it now. Smoke up is 2, going into 4.
Oh man, Clock is so close to 4 staff too.
Yeah. He's playing.
Oh, here we go.
This could be
That's a
Good.
juicy.
okay. Jump in, able to get him. Dust down. Clockwork hook. Now catching on Flemmeister. Rage is wearing off. Got to be careful. The Cogs managed to find the pushback. They got him in their sight, speared, pulled back in. Oh, and they pop exorcism too. They're trying to make this work. It ain't working, Trent. They're going to lose him as well. Godlike on Little Pleb. They are giving the man the tips and appreciating greatness. My God. The end is nigh.
This is the anti-mage that you always see on the enemy team.
Yeah, it's tough.
Quality drafting. Spotted a free lane and took it. And thus a free game.
Pretty. That's what we're seeing here. And
Oh,
Mastermind,
Snorpy. He's getting greedy down here.
he's trying to get out of there, but there is no escape. Mastermind chases him down. Does manage to steal some EMP, which is kind of nice. Burns the mana away.
Take this slight nuisance. Sam feeling confident enough to basically push this tower by himself. Farm some jungle. Knowing that the enemy fears the presence of Lil Pleb, and huzzah!
Oh,
there he
God.
blows again.
Oh no. Own me. Yeah, he's just dead. They really don't have any type of like an answer at all.
No.
They got Greaves on Veno. They got the Veil. He's a big tanky boy as well. And a tier 2 tower taken and
Dyer's
controlling
middle
all
tower
of the
has
map.
fallen.
Well gotten.
Look at all these sentries around the map. They're blocking their own ancients with sentry wards. That way a little pleb can't farm them. I like that idea.
It's genius. He's being like, wait, what is this?
It's kind of a cool idea,
I
right?
mean, we're
Like,
not hitting neutral, so neither are you.
like, because you can deny your own wards now, right? So, like, it's kind of a cool idea if you trade the map just to block out one side of it with sentries.
Hey, Snorpy, get over here and kill this. I want to farm ancients.
So, 25 minutes in, a 10k gold lead. 7 of that is just the anti-mage above any other hero. Flemmeister, Deso, Heaven's Halberd, still clinging to that Midas. And maybe hoping that, you know, he can get into enough physical damage that they can kill the anti-mage once that Aegis is, well, it is gone now. But
All right, well, there is always the math. Like, what if he gets to Basher and he just happens to bash him like in perfect timing every time?
yeah,
Yeah, like, and that's what happens.
okay.
Bash lasts 1.5. It's got a 2.3 second cooldown. So if they can just stagger some 0.8 stuns in between, maybe we can chain things together here.
That's some good math right there.
Radiant are scanning.
You see right there when Snorpy got jumped on by the AM and he knew he was about to die? I would have fade bolted him there just so I can take it in my own hands, you know? Take my death in my own hands. Flemmeister, oh god, he got hit with the hook shot and now the control and now the kill. Yet again, Sam goes down, so they do manage to find at least one pickoff here.
Yeah, they're smoking to try and catch them.
Oh,
Swag.
oh, it's not fair. God, every time.
Abyssal,
and now-
Abyssal. Oh, he doesn't get to him.
He's thinking about jumping high ground. I mean, they can't do anything to him. God. What a monster.
I'm really curious what their plan is. Like, do we have some items coming out that I'm just, you know, I don't know exist?
Yeah.
More Force Staffs, Yules. Still not seeing thoughts on an answer here.
No, it's not really feeling like there is much of them.
It's straight up just Basher and Abyssal, I guess. That's the only hope you have.
I guess it's again one of those situations where like teams can just sort of like be overextend and then put themselves in a terrible position. Like we've seen throws that are pretty freaking hard before. Where
That is true. Maybe he'll just buy a fun rapier.
Yeah,
that happened in NA a couple weeks ago. It's like
really?
A pointless rapier. They threw it. They lost the game. It was great. Maybe Lil Pleb will jump in the fountain. I've had that happen in officials.
Yeah,
it's not completely out there.
It's also the type of thing that like you can get frustrated and just be like, oh, I want to end the game right now as the anti-mage, and then you suddenly push it too far, and all this net worth is just
under a ward. Unfortunately, it didn't matter. Okay, they pinged it all and everything, and they're all ready and just scattered like ants. Oh
no! There's the Cogs pushback. They got him caught. Meister, he's chasing. He jumps inside the rage creep. Get me out of here, guys. I don't want to be here anymore.
Giddy up, Tonto. That was high ground obs. Nice.
Okay. Well played. Snarpy. Oh, look at him. He's doing the chappy. Unfortunately, Lil Pleb puts the end of that one.
He's got a few more items, though.
That's right. You're not wrong. Oh, man. Well, 29 minutes in. Lil Pleb gonna start brazenly walking high ground with no cares. Level 24, about to hit 25, and the alacrity on him as well as everything else. Scotty done also.
Yeah,
really
why
nice.
not? What are the conditions for a perfect game? For like, in baseball, the pitcher can get a perfect game. In Dota, do you have to like not miss a last hit the whole time, or is it just something like this where you just like, did he ever really not convert on something?
No,
this must be close to kind of a perfect game.
Oh no, you're the caster curse or not, or he kills everybody. Disarmed for the moment, tries to turn, maybe a chance, maybe a hope. He ends up popping.
All power.
Oh my God, they did it. Hold on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We're not in Kansas anymore, and they're all TPing out of there. Time to get out.
Nothing can stop the caster curse. It defeats all. Even the unkillable.
Man, that's so sad. Was this the perfect game? Oh, it's wonderful.
That was the greed. He kept fighting.
Yeah.
But so that was what? Burrow, Telekinesis, the Root, and the Stolen Mana Void. Nice. Hit him 483.
The Mana Void?
Yeah. I guess that's another reason why it's a good thing it's magical. So he's harnessed that so that it does less damage against him. If it was pure, and then we'd actually have an even better counter in Anti-Mage.
Well, back towards the mid. Chowley in some trouble, but they managed to find Mastermind. So giving up another one. Hook shot in. Trying to save it. Ain't going to happen. They are falling apart. Cyberium cannot handle the pressure. They can't handle the greatness. Evil Corporation.
Angel Anti-Mage.
The chase. He's still not alive for 18 seconds. Seeing what they can do against this. They managed to find yet another kill. Roche is up.
There's no way anyone's allowed to die when you have 3 force staffs. And you're not even fighting.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that someone went down there, and let alone 2 people.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, they surprised him all right. And Lil Pleb, this is the moment of truth, right? Like, you died, you shouldn't have died, you're annoyed by it. How do you react as a player? What is your next move? Do you end up finding yourself out of position again? Do you end up losing the game off of this? It's unlikely, but there's a chance he ends up overextending again. Can a Lil Pleb be more than a pleb?
Just Low pleb is like the first promotion from pleb.
Okay.
Low pleb at least means you've gotten some recognition of existing. It goes pleb, then low pleb, then big pleb.
Oh God, he got a haste rune. This is the dummy room. You become a dummy when you get it.
Yeah, that's true. The rune of fake invincibility. It's like false gold. Pyrite.
Pyrite. That's a
I believe that's the technical name.
The geology
I may have
major
done some
over here?
geology with my geography.
Nice.
Very important.
I get it. Well, it's going to be second Aegis going again to Mr. Pleb, who has the Mindbreaker ready to go. And we'll have to wait and see if they decide to just run up straight up high ground. It feels like there's a good chance they will. Passes over the cheese to Mastermind. And trying to build into his BKB. Oh, nope, switches back to Butterfly.
BKB is a coward's item. We all know it.
Not wrong.
BKB is actually like probably better in this case. Sorry, I mean the Butterfly because of the Lifestealer.
Right.
It's gonna be going for like the Abyssal into just right clicks.
And they found him right as he started the dive. Hook shot. Hogs push back on Clenmeister. They decide to pop Exorcism. And TP out. Okay.
Must have thought there was more happening there, I think.
Yeah. Snorpy. I don't think that they saw the Exorcism at the very least. But I don't know if it matters. Actually, they might have because there's a ward up here on high ground. So this is going to be a tough hold. I'm going to be honest. Rubik does have buyback, though. Okay, disarm. The bash. God, that really didn't do much at all. Oh, no.
Well, you know, you need some friends. Oh, Rubik got the self-telekinesis. Good spell shield.
Oh, now the Cataclysm coming down doesn't really do all that much. Trying to steal something, anything. The big old EMP coming through with Mastermind and the BKB afterwards, seeing who they can find on the backlines. Lil Pleb trying to stay onto one. Mana Boy goes out, but they just turn onto the egg. That one's dead. This one's feeling mighty dusted as GG is called, and they will take game number 1. Pretty as can be.
That game is like basically unwinnable. It is so hard to win that game versus that any mage.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some scenario that OpenAI would have done, like 5-man down the lanes at minute 2 or something to just